the importance of financial health and health equity and how they are interconnected with each other. It was that was very wonderful. So, so let's start with the introduction of my agency a little bit in detail. So, we have only one office in Manitoba, so that's in Winnipeg, and we also have a website where you can find more information about our programs and services in detail. Okay. Okay, so to begin with our history, so when we started our agency and what's the services we are doing, we started our agency almost 50 years back. That's in 1974, and as an agency who helped people to file their income taxes, because in those times there were a lot of agencies who were offering help to file income taxes, and they are discounting unregulated fees from their income taxes, and people have to pay huge amounts as fees for filing their tax returns. So we started free tax filing services, and that also helped. That also transformed into a credit counseling program from 1976 onwards, where people, once they received benefits and refunds, we started helping them how they can manage their money in a better way. And since then, a lot of agencies are supporting our program, like provincial government is funding, United Member Agencies funding our program. So a lot of agencies are currently funding our program. And as of today, we are a community-based not-for-profit organization, and we also have a registered charitable status with Canada Revenue Agency. Okay. So that's our vision. So we like to have all Manitobans to have the capacity to make informed financial decisions, to successfully navigate financial challenges, and have access to affordable and appropriate services for their financial and personal well-being. Okay, so this presentation is divided into two parts. So first part, I'm going to explain what are the different services that we are offering through our agency, and second part, a little bit more into our financial counseling and income taxes and access to benefits with few case studies and some other real client situations, how we have improved some of our clients' situation in some examples of case studies. Okay. So one more thing to be noted here, all our services are confidential and free, so we don't charge any fees or any charges or any service charges for any of the services we are offering. And we also have a confidentiality policy where a lot of people have doubts because we are asking a lot of we may need financial information and their family information and other information. So all the information that our clients are provided to us is treated as a very confidential information, and we don't provide that to any third party without their written consent. Okay, so one of our major program is called Financial Counseling and Coaching. Okay, so you can see every year we see increase in clients experiencing more challenging financial situations, including difficulties in securing safe, affordable housing or covering their basic needs each month, as well as increasing number of clients falling prey to scams that have completely wiped out everything they have worked hard to save over many years. So unfortunately, we can see that in schools and colleges here, they only teach how to earn money, but not how to manage it. CFCS financial counseling program not only help low-income people, but for those who has financial issues or concerns due to addictions, poor knowledge, bad decisions, etc. And another piece of financial counseling is a gambling addiction program where we help people who have gambling addictions or their affected family members by providing them education and empowerment through harm reduction strategies and supports to aid the development of healthy money management skills. So this program is not only in Winnipeg, so we have this program in rural areas of Manitoba. Like currently our counselors are traveling to Brandon, Steinbach, Winkler, Morden, etc. for the rural areas to see clients one-on-one and help them in financial coaching and how they can better deal with their debts or financial situations in their life. This program is this program works in partnership with Addictions Foundation of Manitoba, and we also have a partnership with Addictions Foundation of Manitoba, and we visit their offices and provide presentations and one-on-one counseling to their clients. Okay, so the next program is called Community Volunteer Income Tax Program. So this program is in partnership with Canada Revenue Agency. We utilize trained tax preparation volunteers and prepares income taxes for low-income individuals and families free of charge. CFCS coordinates the largest single location CVITP clinic in Canada at Norquay Building in Winnipeg, and other community locations, as well as virtual services available to Manitoba and 3 territories. So annually, all these clinics file over 16,000 tax returns and connect to thousands of individuals to important benefits and credits. CFCS also assists other community groups in developing CVITP tax clinics, provides in-person training to tax preparation volunteers and community partners, supports tax filing across to over 120 other groups and organizations through our verified partner program and organizational capacity building. So I will be explaining a little bit more in detail about this program and the impact in my later slides. Along with that, we do have a financial empowerment program. This is with partnership with Seed Winnipeg and through funding provided by ESDC. CFCS and partner agencies provide a range of services to low-income populations to assist in poverty reduction and increased capacity to manage and navigate financial solutions. So we also have a program for youth that's called Futures Forward, which provides wraparound supports to youth in and exiting CFCS care, CFS care through partnership with CMHA and yes, CMHA is Canadian Mental Health Association and yes is Youth Employment Services. So this program provides mental health services, financial counseling, financial literacy, tax and access to benefit supports and employment assistance. And we also provide clinics and support services at different family resource centers in Winnipeg. Another major program is financial wellness in First Nation communities. So this program is funded from Prosper Canada with the funding provided through IG Wealth Management, who has engaged CFCS in partnership with Seed and other agencies to develop, pilot, and embed culturally appropriate financial empowerment and financial wellness supports within First Nation communities in Manitoba and Ontario. Okay, so that's about background, or that's about our services that we are providing through CFCS. Now the second part is about two major services. One is financial counseling services, and the other one is income taxes and access to benefits program. So before we start that program, that explaining that information about that services, I just want to make it clear that because a lot of people have questions that since we are helping people who have financial problems or difficulties, they ask, hey, whether we lend money or we will help them to borrow more money to reduce their financial problems. Okay, so the answer is no. We don't help our clients to borrow more money, or we don't refer them to any bank or financial institutions to get some financial credits or something like that. So our job is to just help them to take decisions based on what's available options within our agency, or we refer to other agencies. Okay, so so this one is that we have taken from Prosper Canada. That's a federal organization. So they have 5 pillars of financial empowerment. So CFCS has collaborated with other service agencies called Seed Winnipeg and has recently named one of the 5 financial empowerment champion across Canada. For the next 4 years, we are working in partnership with Prosper Canada through resources provided in part by Employment and Social Development Canada, ESDC. And we are striving to reach targets in each of the 5 pillars of financial empowerment in order to improve the financial well-being of households living in poverty. So the 5 pillars are financial education, coaching, and counseling. And the second one, through tax filing, help accessing income boosting benefit programs and tax credits. The third one is safe and affordable banking and financial products. Fourth one, opportunities to increase savings, build assets, and reduce debt. Fifth one is consumer awareness and protection. So these approaches have been shown to enable low-income households to tangibly improve their incomes, credit scores, savings, and debt levels, and to build wealth through greater access to education, employment, and entrepreneurship, and savings and asset building opportunities. Okay, so before going into that money financial counseling, I just want to have a discussion a little bit about money habitudes. So most of you might have not heard about this, and this is a new concept where we use this a lot to strategize our client meetings and our plan a strategy for how we can help our clients, because each clients bring complex financial situations or life situations when they call for a financial counseling meeting, and it will be on us, it's on us as counselors for how we can effectively help them and manage their financial situation. So money habitudes. So it's a combination of different words. It's a combination of words, attitudes, habits, which constitute habitude. And money habitudes are which can be defined to determine how confidentially and competently we manage our money. So there are 6 money habitudes that we usually look when we work with a client. So those are security, status, giving or selfless, carefree, free spirit, planner, or spontaneous. So, and based on this, we will plan and strategize how we effectively help our clients to overcome their financial problems or financial, how we can help them to attain more financial literacy or knowledge. Okay, so here comes about financial problems or situations here. So I have a question here. You can type in your chat if you know why people have money problems. So if you know something about any real situations that your client is facing because of any particular reason, you can type in the chat box. I want to hear from you if there is anything that you may have to tell us separately about any financial problems. Okay, I think I'll go further. So these are some of the problems or issues or concerns that we come across during our counseling session. So this is only this is not a complete list. So if I have to list it all, I have to take 3 or 4 slides along for the list. So major problems I have listed here is, you can see on the left hand side of the presentation. Those situations were it's because of mismanagement of one's own financial situation. So there is no control. So if you have control over it, you can have a plan. You can just overcome that. And you can see on the other side, on the right hand side here, you can see few situations like illness or crisis or loss of income by way of job loss or death in the family. So those situations also affect financially each of every one of us, right? So our financial counseling program will effectively even help our clients how you can overcome in those difficult situations which is outside one's control. So we can help them uh, to find out other resources and how they can have a balanced financial strategies or financial plan in their life, even in that very difficult situation. Okay, so this is usually a counseling sessions counseling sessions looks like. So we talked about financial difficulties. So what usually a client do when they have financial problems or difficulties? So we have seen that a lot of our clients go to a bank or they seek help from a financial advisor from the bank. when they have a financial problem. And what the bank will do, they provide a loan or they provide a credit because they want to sell their product, right? So that's not an immediate solution for dealing with a financial problem or solution. Though there may be some other ways that you can definitely make some plans or decisions to meet their financial solutions. So taking a new debt or taking a new credit will not always resolve the problem. It's in fact add more debt into a person's life. So solutions like debt relief or debt consolidation or negotiating for lower interest rate, negotiating for lower payment of debts also includes reducing the financial stress. So we are doing this a lot with our clients. And now before that, what we do, we do a complete assessment about their financial situation, what's their income is, what's their cost of living is, and how much is their debt load and assets. So this is usually a counseling sessions looks, and I can give you some scenarios or real life situations how we have helped our clients in dealing with that particular situation. So here in the first impact story, I can give you an example where we had a couple who came to CFCS and they were struggling to pay their rent. They have a lot of bill arrears, like their hydro was behind, their internet and their phone bill. A lot of bills were they were behind on all their bill payments. So when we assessed all their financial information, we found that they have good income. They are both pensioners, and what they were doing is that they have no financial planning. Okay, so when they get paid, they were withdrawing all their money on the same day, and they are using that money for their irregular expenses. So what happened in the results, they have their rent became arrears. They have not enough money to pay their rent every month, and they don't have any money to pay their bills. And the bank was charging them a penalty by way of non-sufficient fund charges, and each NSF cost them $35. So it was around 8 to 10 times in a month, and they were losing $350 in a month by way of penalties or by way of other charges from the bank. So we help them to prepare a financial plan and discuss about what their priorities are, help them to set a financial goal, and they were following that plan for 4 or 5 months, and they were able to catch up with all their payments, and now they are not in debt. So they are finally accomplished and their goals, and they are now following a path. And so there are a lot of advantages in making a financial plan. So they never miss any payments in the future. They have good credit scores, so that helped them to have a better financial wellness in their family. So next, these are the two steps that we usually do with our clients. So first is to find out how much is the cost of living in a month that they have. So cost of living is what's their actual expenses, which includes their housing, their food, and all their basic necessities of their life. So this doesn't include any of the debt payments or any of the payments which they have, which there is an arrears or which they have behind. So this is to find out whether they have a balanced financial. So if their cost of living is same as their income, so then they have almost a planned financial balanced financial planning. But whenever their cost of living goes up than their income, for example, if their income is $1,000 and their cost of living is $1,500, they always have a shortage of $500 every month. So what we do, we have different ways how they can balance their cost of living. We discuss them what is their priorities in their life. If there is any way they can trim down some of the expenses like their entertainment or some of their personal expenses, and they can balance or they can match with their income every month. So in a way, it comes into it. It's as financial counselors, we help them how they can balance their cost of living and their income in a perfect balanced way. And the other tool what we use is spending plan. So in this situation, what we ask our clients to track all their expenses in a daily basis, or a weekly basis, or on a monthly basis, and to see what's really actually happening there. So this also include making a plan for how they can spend their money for or prioritize their spending plan based on their interest and based on their financial goals. So this is just an example. So there are different ways that we can do spending planning. So this is how basically how we provide a spending plan to our clients. So it can be in a different way, depends upon clients' interest and how they manage and what's their interest there. And just want to explain here one more story about how our financial counseling has impacted a client's situation. So this client who came to CFCS had a debt load of 17,770. And before that, when we when we did an assessment, he told that he got an inheritance of 103,000, and he also got an unused sick time of another 38,000, which he depleted all his funds on gambling or overspending or helping his kids. So now he is in a total debt, and our counselors help him how make him to help him to prepare a financial plan, which includes setting up of a savings account where most of his benefits went from CRA, like GST or carbon tax, went into the savings account, and we reduced the overdraft limit to $1,500 to $300. And we also suggested him to cut up all his credit cards, don't use any credits anymore, and follow a financial plan designed by our counselors in discussion with him. So after a few months, we found that his debts got increased, and he has only a little bit of debt which will be paid in full by spring of 2025. Okay, so the next part, we are discussing about tax filing and access to benefits and how that will affect a financial person's financial health and how they can improve their financial situation. Okay, and why does access to benefits matter? So, as already mentioned by in the previous presentation, you can see that there are a lot of people who are missing access to benefits every year, right? So access to benefits is one of the important benefits. Like if you are not getting that benefit because most of the family rely on that benefits or their monthly income. So this has improved financial well-being and efficacy, and it will also improve the overall quality of the life. Okay, so this slide shows the outcomes of our taxes and benefits program in last year, the last year from CFCS. So you can see the last three boxes. Tax refunds. So we have helped the Manitobans or through all the programs to generate around 47 million, close to 48 millions in refund money. And access to benefits and credits, it's close to it's more than 1 million, and from all programs like refunds, credits, and benefits, it is around 48 million in dollars. So this is the outcome from our taxes and benefits program from last year. So you can imagine every year this is around every year we are getting this type of results every year from our taxes and benefits program. Okay, so that brings our discussion to the major benefits, access to benefits from your income taxes. So these are some of the major benefits that one person will receive as soon as they file their income taxes. So these benefits are commonly called as refundable benefits, where the people who file their tax returns will receive this as an income, as they can treat it as an income for them. So the major benefits are GST, carbon tax rebate, Canada Workers benefits. So most of you may be aware of all these benefits here. Okay, so just putting it down here again. And there are other sets of benefits where we need to help our clients to file an application to get this benefit. So this will not be automatically received after you file a tax return, but this has to be this has to be this has to be done with an application where either a one-time application or every year you have to file an application to receive these benefits. So these are some of the benefits listed when, if you have to file applications for to receive these benefits. Some benefits are not listed here, like disability tax credit and other credits that you can claim your daycare expenses, your donation receipts, or your medical expenses. So those are also applied in your one's tax returns, and they can get benefits out of that claims. Okay, so now the last part, we are discussing about some scenarios or some real life situations that we have come across during our tax programs last year. So you can type in the chat box with your answers for this question. So here in this first one, a single parent of 2 kids who are aged 2 and 4, and this parent is eligible to apply for free Canada Learning Bond. Okay, so from the federal government. So it will help her to access up to $2,000 every year for her children's post-secondary education. So the question here is, what might stop this single parent from getting this free money, or what will stop the single parent from providing an application? So option A, she needs a SIN for each child, which needs a birth certificate. Option B, she has no valid ID for herself, and she cannot afford to pay replacement ID for herself and her kids. C, she doesn't really think it is likely her kids will go to post-secondary, and D and E is a combination of A and B, and E is a combination of A, B, and C. So you are welcome to post your answers here, and there is no right or wrong answer. I know you don't need to worry about that. So just want your suggestion or just want to test your knowledge on this.
We have a couple answers in already, Gopi. We
Yes.
have 2 E's so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 2 people are guessing E.
Yeah.
And I don't see anybody else typing at the moment. So
Okay.
yeah.
It's E. Okay. So yeah. So E is also close because C is somewhat a rational question here. So the more more likely we say that A and B, where she needs a SIN for each child, which requires a birth certificate, and B is she has no valid ID for herself and she cannot afford to pay for replacement ID. Okay, so that's the closest answer here. Okay, so the question 2, it's more more for access to benefits. So here, a single parent, still her kids are 2 and age. So we can take the last example. So she has 2 kids, 2 and age. So she rents in the private market and works part-time, earning 15,000 net every year. And if this client files her income taxes and apply for all tax credits, how much impact or how much more will be her income in that particular year? So remember, her income is only 15,000. So my question is, what will be her income in that year after she files her tax return? So A is 15,000 plus her tax refund, B is 15,000 and her savings if she has a good saver, C is 43,695, D is 30,574. Again, you can post your answer here, and we will discuss the answer in the next slides.
We have a couple coming in.
Yeah.
One person suggests it's D.
Yeah.
And the other one is suggesting, oh, they stopped.
Okay.
But one person's suggesting D.
Okay.
And that was a common guess the other day when we had this presentation.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so the answer is C. Okay, so you can see that her income went up from 15,000 to 43,695. Okay, so we can see how we arrived at this number. So you can see that here her annual net employment income is 15,000. So after filing her tax returns, she has received all these benefits, which is GST, Canada Child Benefit, Advanced Canada Worker Benefit, Manitoba Rent Assist, Child Benefit, Personal Tax Credit, Renter's Credit, and Carbon Rebate. So all the benefits after she filed a tax return is 28,694. And that when we add that to her income, 15,000, the right answer is 43,694. So you can see that how big financial impact has made after she has filed her income taxes and received all the benefits here. Okay, so last couple of questions. So we have a different scenario here where this is a widowed senior, aged about 60, and she's disabled and employed, and she's living in a private rental market. She never remarried or in a common law relationship since the death of the spouse. Okay. So her income, she has a part-time job, is 4,800, and she's getting a small CPP survivor pension, which is $3,000 annually. So both together, she is getting 7,800 annually. So question is, what additional benefits she will be entitled to once she files her tax return? So if you know some of the benefits, you can type in the chat box, and we will be discussing the benefits in my next slide.
So we have at least one person chatting or put typing. Yeah. It'll just take a second.
Yeah.
Disability tax credit, CPP, and another person's typing rent assist.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot to mention here that it's we mentioned as disabled, but that in this scenario she is not approved for disability tax credit. So we have just mentioned a disabled here, but there are chances there she may be entitled to disability tax credit. But my answer is not based on that disability tax credit. It is good that you pointed out disability tax credit because that may be one of the credit that will be applied when she has approved for disability tax credit from CRA. Okay, so taking into that, you can see these are the benefits or credits that she may receive once she files her tax return. Okay, so except the first one, allowance for the survivor, all the other benefits we have discussed in the previous case study. Okay, so here you can see that one of the major benefits is called allowance for the survivor, which is around $1,420 per month. So this is only for people who is a widow or widower and who has not remarried or never married or in a common law relationship since the death of the spouse. So this can be this is eligible only from 60 to 64 years, and you need to file an application for this allowance. It's a one-time application, I think so. I'll be explaining that in detail in next discussion. And so if you miss this benefit, you cannot go back up to after 11 months. So it will be applicable only for 11 years or so. So if you have not filed until 63, you miss a major portion of that benefit. So here you can see along with that the total benefits that this person will be receiving 21,508, and her total annual income will be 29,308. So you can see how a huge impact in her financial situation after she files her tax return. Okay, so that brings up the last question here. Okay, so different from the previous one, this is a married couple. Both are tenants, both age 66. And they are getting old age security, and they are getting a small CPP and a registered pension. So the total annual income before tax filing is 27,464. And what are the other additional benefits that this married couple may get after when they file their tax return? Okay, so let's move on here. So this couple will be entitled for applying guaranteed income supplement because their income it's based on their income. So the guaranteed income supplement, they each get 4,700 each in a year, and they also get the other benefits like GST and refundable credits and carbon tax rebate. So you can see how it has impacted their income, and they are totally getting 11,937 by way of access to benefits, and their total income is now 39,401. So yeah, when this couple miss their tax return, or if they have not filed their tax return, what happened? This GIS portion, they will not receive that portion and all other benefits here. So we have seen a number of people, there will be a lot of barriers for them to file their tax return. So when they have not filed their tax return, so it will be a huge impact on their monthly income, and they financially they struggle. They will be having a lot of other problems in their life. So this is how we can see how it impacted this person's financial situation, this family's financial situation. Okay, and bringing into here is get your benefits booklet. As most of you may know about this already, but still I am just want to tell people who may not know about this this resource. So this is a very handful guide to help you to find out what benefits your clients are entitled to, and this also have programs and resources in this booklet. Even our agency services are also mentioned in this booklet, along with some other service providers in and around Manitoba, and both federally also. And we also have through Prosper Canada, there is a tool called Benefit Wayfinder tool, where you can find out, it's on a client-based specific situation, where you can input all the information of your client, and it will bring out all the benefits that your client is entitled to. You can use for your personal use, and you can have a trial. On a trial basis, you can see what benefits you are entitled to while while clicking in that link and input all the information there. It's a very handy tool, and it will help you to find out what benefits and other resources that may helpful for your clients to deal with. Okay, and finally, we have here our supporters, different agencies who supports our program. And that brings towards the end of the discussion here.
All right, thank you very much, Gopi. And at this point, we're going